Hey guys, so I'm walking out of the school for an IEP, a part 2 of an IEP. And man, let me just tell you, it has been a while since I have signed an IEP for my son. We have had so many challenges with him, so many goals that he either hasn't met or that were unrealistic. Getting his diagnosis to be respected and understood, getting his behaviors under wraps, getting his teachers to understand him, and we just really haven't had a good mix of being able to get these things done for him. But today I signed the IEP, and it is a different feeling. It feels good. I know that this team is focused on my son. I know that this team is understanding my son. I know that they are listening. I know that there's a lot of them, and he has a whole lot of specialists that are helping him with a lot of things right now. But let me tell you, moving to Southern California was a choice, and a deliberate choice, and we really went out of our way to make sure that we found a school that dealt with kids with disabilities, kids with autism spectrum disorder, kids with sensory issues, and we wanted to be in a place where none of these things was the child's fault. There's nothing wrong with my son. I mean, actually, he's more like having a kid and a half, not like having less than anything. And it has been quite a journey. And those of you that know me know that we have had lots of doctors involved, therapists involved, speech, social workers, just lots of different folks in his life, lots of different people trying to do the best that they can do for him, and us believing that wholeheartedly and doing our part to make sure that we are taking care of his needs and making sure that educationally he's going to be okay, and maybe even more than okay. Maybe he's going to be some engineer, maybe he's going to be the president, maybe he's going to be an astronaut, maybe he's going to be a math teacher. I don't know, but I do know that when you have an IEP that works, and you have a team that will leave no stone unturned until they figure out what the services are and what needs to be done for your son, regardless of what the norm is, regardless with what other students that have the same diagnosis is, regardless of what the parents think or previous doctors have thought or regional center thinks or any of those things, regardless of anything, these people are listening. And there are people like our previous advocates that were listening. And here at this school environment, I don't feel like we need to hire an advocate or an attorney. I'm not feeling like I'm not being listened to. I'm not feeling like we say we're seeing a certain behavior at home and then magically those behaviors don't exist at school. And even though we all understand kids that are in special education and kids in general, they might hold it together really well at school and then come home and show not their best side or have a meltdown because it was so much of an effort to be able to keep it together at school. And I totally understand that. And we live with that every single day with 4 kids with autism diagnosis and a host of other things that we deal with at home on a day-to-day basis. And I just want to say hats off to Poway Unified School District. I want to say hats off to this team of teachers that are focused and determined to listen and learn, and who use a communication book and write down what they see, not what they don't think that they should be writing down, not like they're telling on my child, not like they're trying to act like they don't see what they do see, but just simply stating the facts. And that is a whole different world for us as parents. So anywho, so here's my little video on how I'm feeling right after this IEP, and it feels good. And at the end of the meeting, we get the notes printed out, we get the reports all printed out, we get the actual IEP printed out, and that very last page that says, I agree that I participated in this process with my child. I got to initial and sign that and check the box. And I agree that the services and supports and accommodations that are being offered for my son are what's going to help make him successful. And it just feels good. So I just wanted to put a little shout out there for Poway Unified School District, and I wanted to let those of you know that are still struggling to be able to be that parent that signs the IEP. Don't give up. Just keep building the team, keep speaking up, keep doing what you have to do to advocate for your child, and I hope that you'll someday have the feeling that I have about how good it feels to sign an IEP. All right, y'all. Have a good rest of your day.